What if I told you there's a game that came out over 25 years ago on hardware weaker than your phone that many people still call the greatest video game of all time? Not the best Zelda game, not the best Nintendo game, the best game ever. Today, we're talking about The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and why decades later it still matters. Released in 1998 for the Nintendo 64, Ocarina of Time wasn't just another sequel. It redefined what 3D games could be. And whether you've played it or only heard the legends, this game shaped the industry more than almost anything that came after it. At its core, Ocarina of Time tells a simple story. A young boy named Link is chosen by destiny to stop Ganondorf and save the land of Hyrule. But what made it special wasn't complexity. It was emotion. You start as a child, innocent, curious, protected. Then suddenly, you're thrust 7 years into the future. The world is darker. People you knew are gone. And the consequences of failure are everywhere. This wasn't just fantasy. It was loss, growth, and responsibility. Something most games weren't doing in 1998. Here's where Ocarina of Time truly changed gaming. This game invented or perfected systems we still use today. Lock-on targeting, context-sensitive buttons, cinematic camera control 3D puzzle, dungeon design. Before this game, fighting enemies in 3D felt clumsy. After Ocarina of Time, it felt natural. Every dungeon introduced a new item that didn't just unlock progress. It changed how you interacted with the world. The hookshot, the bow, the boomerang. Nothing felt wasted. Even today, modern Zelda games still borrow heavily from this formula. And then there's the music. The ocarina wasn't just a gimmick. It was gameplay, storytelling, memory. Each song did something meaningful. Change time, open paths, call allies, save your progress. And the soundtrack, instantly recognizable. Zelda's Lullaby, Song of Storms, Gerudo Valley. You don't just hear these songs, you remember where you were when you first played them. What surprises people today is how dark this game actually is. The Shadow Temple, the bottom of the well, the ruined castle town. This wasn't a kid's game pretending to be deep. It was a deep game that trusted players to grow into it. And that trust paid off. For many people, this was the first game that made them feel fear, wonder, sadness, courage, all without a single spoken word. Let's be honest, not everything aged perfectly. The camera can be awkward. Some controls feel dated. The N64 visuals show their age. But here's the thing, the design philosophy still holds up. The pacing, the dungeon structure, the emotional beats. That's why remakes and ports still succeed. The foundation is timeless. So, is Ocarina of Time still worth playing today? Yes, not because of nostalgia, but because it represents a moment when a game didn't just follow the rules, it wrote them. If you want to understand where modern gaming came from, this is required history. And if you've never played it, you're not late, you're just in time. If you enjoyed this review, consider subscribing for more classic and modern game breakdowns. And let me know in the comments, is Ocarina of Time still the greatest game ever made?